Let's be real, we live in a world that is obsessed with speed, right? We want overnight success, instant results, everything, now. But there's this quiet, kind of misunderstood superpower that actually governs all the growth that really matters, and that's patience. Now, I'm not talking about the passive, sit around and wait kind of patience. No, this is an active, powerful force. And honestly, there's no better way to explain it than with the story of a very special tree. So imagine you plant the seed of a Chinese bamboo tree. You do everything right. You water it, you nurture it, you protect it, and you do this for the first year, then the second, all the way up to 5 full years. And you see absolutely nothing. Not a sprout, not a leaf, just dirt. Day after day, year after year, there is zero evidence that your work is paying off. You'd be forgiven for thinking, well, that was a waste of time. The seed must be a dud. But deep down, under the surface where you can't see it, something truly incredible is happening. And then it happens. All of a sudden, in just 6 weeks, a blink of an eye compared to the 5 years you waited, the tree just explodes from the ground, shooting up to the height of a 9-story building. So here's the question. Did the tree grow 90 feet in 6 weeks? No, of course not. It grew 90 feet in 5 years and 6 weeks. That long period where it looked like nothing was going on, that was the most important part. It was building this massive, intricate root system needed to support that incredible, explosive growth. This right here is what we're going to call the bamboo tree principle. And it's all built on these 3 pillars that we're about to dive into: patience, consistency, and trust. So what's actually the engine driving all this unseen growth? You might think it's luck or some kind of magic, but it's not. It's just math. It's the simple, reliable science of small, tiny gains adding up over time. And this gets to the heart of it all, the compound effect. It's this beautiful idea that tiny, almost insignificant choices, when you repeat them consistently over time, they lead to massive, absolutely radical differences in where you end up. It's those small things you do day in and day out that are building your root system. Think about it like this. Your life can basically go down 2 different paths, and the choice is based on something so small you'd barely even notice it, just 1%. You can choose to get just 1% better each day, or you can let yourself slip by 1%. Let's see what that actually looks like over the course of a single year. Okay, this is where it gets kind of wild. If you commit to improving by just 1% every single day, you don't just end the year 365% better. No, because of the power of compounding, of growth building on growth, you end up nearly 38 times better than where you started. That's what exponential growth actually looks like. It's insane. And here is the terrifying flip side. A tiny 1% daily decline. Skipping a workout, making a poor food choice, indulging a negative thought. It doesn't just set you back a little bit. When that compounds over a year, it almost completely wipes you out, leaving you with just 3% of what you started with. So the takeaway here is huge. Your tiny daily habits matter more than you can possibly imagine. And let's make this super practical, because these aren't just abstract numbers. Look at this. Reading just 10 pages a day, that's about 12 to 15 books a year. Meditating for 10 minutes, over a year, that adds up to more than 60 hours of mindfulness practice. See? None of these are some huge, heroic effort. They're small, consistent inputs that build a massive foundation for mastery over time. So if the formula is this simple, why is it so hard? Why isn't everyone doing this? Well, it's because we all fall into the impatience trap. We plant our seed, a new business, a new skill, a new relationship, and we expect to see a 90-foot bamboo tree the next morning. We have to learn how to protect our progress from our own impatience. This is the question you have to ask yourself, honestly. Are you digging up your seed? When we get anxious and we're not seeing the results we want fast enough, we start poking and prodding. Is it growing yet? What's going on down there? But of course, that very action is the thing that kills the growth. Does any of this sound familiar to you? Constantly checking the scale, refreshing your analytics, comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20, this constant need for external proof, for validation. It's a huge red flag that you're not trusting the work that's happening underground. So how do we fight this? What's the antidote? You have to shift your focus. It's that simple. Instead of obsessing over the outputs, like the money or the followers, track your inputs. Track the number of times you showed up. Celebrate the process. Give yourself a pat on the back for just doing the work. Acknowledge the invisible growth, like feeling more confident or just knowing more than you did last week. And try to practice doing the work for the sake of the work itself. Okay, this takes us to an even deeper level of understanding, because it's about more than just getting results. It's about understanding the natural rhythms of growth and knowing what to do when things don't go according to our made-up timelines. This is a universal principle. Some people call it the law of gestation, and it basically says that everything, from a baby in the womb to the thousands of hours it takes to master an instrument, has a natural, sacred incubation period. You cannot rush it. Any attempt to speed it up just violates the law, and honestly, it just hurts the final outcome. This timeline from the Vipassana meditation practice is a perfect real-world example. Just look at the stages. It literally starts with the struggle. The real benefits, those deep roots of calm and balance, they only start to form after months of practice. And the harvest, that feeling of liberation, it might not really blossom until after 5 or more years of consistent daily practice. But this is the big question, isn't it? This is the one we all worry about. What if you've been patient, you've been consistent, and still nothing? This is so important. Patience is not the same as being passive. It does not mean you should blindly keep doing something that just isn't working. This is where you have to be smart. You have to use discernment. Maybe you're planting in the wrong soil. Maybe the goal you're chasing isn't truly aligned with who you are. Maybe it's just the wrong season, the timing is off, and you just need to rest. Or hey, maybe you need to pivot. But maybe, just maybe, the growth is happening right now, deep underground, and all you need to do is keep going and trust. So, to get through that uncertainty, you can arm yourself with a powerful intention, an oath to the process. Adopting a mindset like this, really feeling it, shifts you from a place of anxiety to a place of empowered trust. You start focusing only on what you can control, showing up, and your attitude about it. Ultimately, this is the mindset we're all aiming for. A wise farmer doesn't stay up all night stressing about the seeds. They do their work, they plant, they water, and then they surrender. They trust that the laws of nature are going to handle the rest. Our job is to show up. The harvest, well, that's life's gift to our patience. So if you're out there today, and you feel like you are putting in all this work and seeing absolutely no results, please remember the bamboo tree. Your effort is not being wasted. It's building your foundation. Your roots are growing. Trust the process, trust the timing, and trust yourself.